Hey, welcome back to another Business Broker 101. Should I buy a business or should I build my own? That is the question that we'll be talking about today. Well, that decision really involves the management of the investment, the return, and the risk. And I'm a big proponent of buying an established business, and I've mentioned that before. But let me go through the pros and cons of each so that you get a better picture and then you can make your own mind. First of all, buying an established business. Why should we go this route? Well, first of all, you're buying an established operation. You're buying cash flow. You're buying an operation that's got some history. Think of it in the analogy of buying a house. If I buy an existing house, I see the house, I see the layout, I see the floor plan, I know where the closets are, the kitchen. As opposed to building a house, there's a piece of land and nothing else. I've got to design it. I've got to develop the plans. I've got to get the permits. I've got to get the builder and the construction and manage all the contractors, etc. So very different challenges when you think about buying an established business versus building one. The second reason is cost clarity. When you buy an established business, there's a record of what it costs to run a business. And the two biggest costs are your rent and your people cost. But there are also other costs as well. And buying, again, a track record, you have an idea, a biggest idea of cost, as opposed to creating your own. And we'll get to that in a minute. You also have employees when you buy an established business. And if you look at the balance sheet, you'll see equipment, you'll see cash, receivables. You won't find employees on the balance sheet, but I would argue that they're your greatest asset. And if you buy a good performing business, you get an asset called employees, and they are the strength of any business. You also have customers. There are repeats, there are referrals, and you've got rapport and you've got reviews from a customer base. And that makes a big difference, especially on day one when you open the door and all you're hearing is crickets. So customer base, brand equity. Again, you have an image in the marketplace. You've got a community presence. People know where you are. And that is a big factor when running a business. And then finally, you have processes and infrastructure. So there's a way of doing customer acquisition. There's a way of handling customer complaints. There's an onboarding process with your employees. So you have the infrastructure set and the processes set. And you have a culture when you buy an established business. So I'm a big proponent of buying an established business. But let's talk about now building a business and why that might be the route to go for you. Well, first of all, it could be cheaper. It most likely would be cheaper, because think about when you buy an established business, you're paying someone for goodwill, for a multiple of their cash flow, and that's an intangible asset. When you build a business, you don't have to pay for goodwill because there isn't any. So it will probably be cheaper, although you could argue to get some of those things that I just mentioned takes a lot of time and a lot of investment. Secondly, it's your baby. So you can name it, you can pick the location, you can pick the brand image and the mission and the value statement, and you can establish your own processes and build your culture from job one or employee one. So it is undefined, and it is whatever you create it to be or want it to be. And then third, and this is very important, real estate. So you can have a say, if you will, in the rent costs, the real estate costs, by picking your own location and negotiating many times your own lease deals. So to buy or to build? Well, it ultimately comes down to your choice. But as a business broker who have seen lots of different business models here over the last few years, I like buying an established business. I like like the cash flow. I like the cost clarity. I like the employees and the assets that they bring to the business and the customer base and the brand equity. Okay? So to build a business or to buy the business? My money's on buying, all right? But you decide, all right? Thanks for joining on another Business Broker 101. We'll see you next time. Have a great day.